Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about parental emotional abandonment. Parental emotional abandonment and the wounds that they cause our children when we emotionally detach from them when they're younger. I want to talk about that today, and I want to talk about, because see, look, in this series I'm looking, because it's time, you guys. It is time. It is time. It is time to heal the wounds of your soul. It is time to help your children heal. Yep, even if they're adults and even if they're children. But listen, I want you to take some time right now. Take a look at these videos, and as they play, I'll come back and we'll talk through them. How's that? I'll come back and we'll talk through them. They're not very long at all, but we're healing, you guys. We're healing the family, you and your children, and your children's children. Take a look.
I'm scared to let you know that I'm scared, because I don't want anyone to know that I'm scared, because like you, just like you, I feel that that's a weakness, because that is what I was taught, that is weak to be afraid. And that is what I know, that I beat. That I'm worse to me than you could ever be.
Because?
Because that's what I know. And so, I hate crying. Because? I'm happy and I'm unhappy and I'm sad and I'm pissed about it, because I don't want to be this way or feel this way, and I'm mad at you because you increase those feelings in me when I fight them every day. And I just want you to say, you're enough.
All right, now you hear her, how she says, how Sheena tells her mother, she says, I just need to hear that I'm enough. I need to hear that I'm enough. I feel angry because this is the thing. We project our emotional wounds off on our children. You make them feel inadequate, depending on how you projected that off on them. Over criticizing and making them feel shamed and they can't do enough and there's always something wrong, and placing the blame on your children, or making yourself feel like playing the victim game. I'm the victim. You should be doing this for me, or trying to make them feel guilty for being children. Most of the time, are we doing it on purpose? 9 times out of 10, it happened to us. But then there also comes a time where we're looking at our children, even as they're growing up, and we begin to notice, I know I'm the reason they're like that. And instead of acknowledging it, we put walls up and we attack them, making them feel worse. Listen, before we go any deeper, I have another video I want you to take a look at. And I want you to see how we got to see the woman. But let's take a look and see how it affects men, how it affects the male when he feels inadequate, when he feels like he didn't get what he needed as a child. Let's take a look at that.
I want you to know, as a child, I felt very lonely.
Tell her how.
I didn't get any affection. You're very strong, and when all I needed from you was love, I didn't get any hugs. If I did something good, you didn't acknowledge it. My My mother didn't tell me she loved me. It was confusing to me because my father would call and, talk to us. He would always say, I love you, son, I love you, I love you. But he was so far away, you were right there, he would never tell me. And a question that I want to ask you, why couldn't you love me and give me the love I needed? I reject love even though I want it so much because I don't want the heartbreak that my mother gave me.
You didn't know. And then you got guarded. And in your guardedness, you tried to teach them and they got hurt. Then they got guarded. And do you know how all of this shows up, Mama? Him, you not knowing him. Do you know how it all shows up? Through your daughter.
This is why it is so important. It is so important to address our emotional issues as parents. I want you now to hear this next part of the video. I want you to see how when we as parents, whether mom or dad, are emotionally abusive, we saw how it affects our children and how they grow up and how they feel. But I decided to add the segment in about how it affects their relationships. Take a quick look at this short clip on how the recipients, how people who get in relationships with people who have been emotionally abandoned, and now they are emotionally abandoning their relationships. They don't know how to show up in their relationships because they are broken. They are emotionally wounded. Let me say it like that because I quit using broken. I don't even know why that came up. But they're emotionally wounded, and I can't give you what I don't have. I can only project on you what I feel about me, and I can't give you what I don't have. I can give you what I'm looking for. At some point, I've made it all about me because now I'm showing up with all of my needs, and I can't see yours because I'm engulfed in mine. Take a look at this.
And let your heart use your mouth.
I felt
Yeah. Breathe.
very alone
Yes.
because you focus usually just on you.
Try this. Repeat and complete. Joe,
Joe,
when you talk to me,
when you talk to me,
it makes me feel, come on, close your eyes, stay in your heart.
it makes me feel small
Yes.
because you have been negligent with your words, dismissive.
Yeah.
I see your need for validation.
Yes. Tell the truth here.
I see your insecurities.
Yeah.
I see that you need to be adored.
Yeah.
I see that you need to be the center.
Yeah. Let it up. Go ahead. Speak it. Speak it. Speak it.
In order for you to be the center, I have to be smaller.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on, breathe. Let it come out. Yeah, let it come all the way up. And then let it use your mouth. Yeah.
I feel scared for our children sometimes
Because?
because they're black men
Yeah.
and they need your best.
Right now, are they getting his best? Do
No.
you feel?
So as you can see, look at how your children being emotionally abandoned and you not showing up for them can cause them to wreak havoc in their relationships. You have one that projects all of their feelings off on their relationship, off of their significant other, off on their wives, off on their husbands. And then you have that one who, for some reason, has gained a tolerance for emotional abuse, because emotional abandonment is abuse. Even though it's probably 9 times out of 10, most people don't mean to be abusive. Some people you know, kind of chalk it up, that's just the way I am. Well, when you have children, if the way you are is going to have a negative impact on somebody's life, then how about setting out to change it? How about now I understand that this doesn't work. And I'm not trying to be funny, but if you look in your children, and maybe if you're seeing, you know, while you're looking at these videos and you're looking at these adults now who were children, victims of emotional abandonment, and how they are crying out for help, maybe that's sparking something in you to say, ooh, I was wrong. And I need to change that. Let me show you in this last clip how we allow ourselves to become vulnerable enough to acknowledge our space, acknowledge our role in their wounded emotions, and how we can deal with it, how we can confront it, and maybe if it takes an apology, it's okay. It's okay to have to say, you know what, I was wrong. Let's take a look at an example on how when we allow ourselves to become vulnerable enough and put our pride aside and acknowledge our role in their emotional wounds.
I love you. I am so very sorry. I abandoned you when you needed me. I was so zeroed in on me, I forgot about you. You cried out for help, and your cry made me angry. And I didn't know how to answer. I only knew one way, and that's screaming and hollering and complaining about you. But I was wrong for that. I want you to forgive me from the depths of my heart. I am so very sorry.
Oh my goodness gracious. I am so happy that you have taken the time to look at this video. And hopefully by you looking at it, you took some time to assess yourself. Are you in emotional turmoil? Are you projecting that off on your children? Have you projected that off on your children? Have your children paid the price for your emotional pain? Are they paying the price for your emotional pain? And what steps do you need to take to heal your wounded soul so that you can be the person that God created you to be, and so that you can begin to heal your family? A simple, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I didn't have it to give. And back then, I didn't understand all about all this healing stuff. I tried and it just didn't work. I tried to put, you know, myself into this, and I went to work all the time, and I did this and I did that. I tried to come the best I knew how. I gave y'all everything. And some parents say, I gave you everything, it wasn't enough for you. You're always fussing. Because, mama, we could live in a shack at the bottom of the hill. And as long as you give me all the love you got, that's priceless. And for a lot of children, they'll tell you that. They'll tell you that. I have been involved in so many teenagers' lives, so many children's lives. A lot of people call me mom, probably watching right now. And although I'm not perfect, I knew that children needed to be loved and heard. And they need to feel safe. They need to feel safe. So today I am going to offer you the opportunity. If you need help and you're saying, Miss Athena, I really need to talk to somebody because I couldn't give them what I didn't have and I still don't have it. I really need to heal. Reach out to me. Let me help you. Let me coach you through those emotional wounds that you have. And let's challenge yourself to overcome the fear filters. As a matter of fact, tear down those fear filters so that you can see yourself as your Creator sees you. But not only that, you now have the opportunity to deal with your children and say, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Listen, you guys, it is time to heal the family, because as you heal, your children heal, and your children's children heal, and you are breaking generational barriers that will set your family as a unit free. I'm excited for you already, for having the courage, See, I believe in you to take a stand and say, enough is enough. I'm going to heal my broken heart. And if you are children of adults and you have adult children and you can look back and see where your adult children's heart has been broken, then I need you to create a space for them where you're allowing them to be, where they can open up and say, Mom, I needed you. I needed you. Where you're not feeling guilty, where you're not coming at them on the defense. And you can say, I know you needed me. And I'm so sorry. I promise you, guarantee, you're going to lift the load off your shoulders. Now, everybody is not as receptive. You'll find that it's not that hard. And for some of you, it may just take a letter to start breaking down some of that barrier. You've been kind of really emotional abandonment. Maybe you've walked out on your children. Maybe you just wasn't there and they really don't have words for you. It may just take you writing a letter and saying, I'm sorry. I know I should have been there for you. And I would like to sit down and have a conversation. And if you need a mediator and you need somebody to sit with you while you have this conversation, reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to help you mediate. I'm telling you, listen, it's time to heal, you guys. Don't take your broken heart to the grave. And for some of you young mothers, it is now time for you to change the trajectory of where your children are headed because of emotional abuse and emotional abandonment. You can change it. I know you can. I know you can do this. I know it can happen. You got this. You can do it. Listen, y'all, before I go, I can't go without saying, you guys, I'm so super excited about our 21 days of healing, 21 days of healing. I'm telling you, it is going to be super amazing. Listen, there's no more need for you to walk around with a wounded soul. I have found out, you know what, since I started my healing journey, and God has really blessed me from level to level to level. He was like peeling me back one layer at a time, peeling the onion back one layer at a time. And as soon as I thought I was good, life happens again. I'm telling you. But I'm going to tell you what I've learned. I've learned how to walk through rejection. And I'm talking about rejection. And not allow the rejection to stop me from moving forward. It may sting. But because I've allowed myself to rid of the mentality that your rejection defines me, today you can reject me And I have learned to, okay, that didn't feel good. That don't feel good, but that ain't got nothing to do with me. I let you own your rejection. And that's not easy. That you can think that's easy. Oh, well, I'm just going. Putting up walls ain't how you do it. Ignoring it and acting like it don't exist is not how you do it. But you will learn. You will learn why you reason the way you do. Which of the wounds of rejection rule your life? Is it abandonment? Is it shame and humiliation? Is it betrayal? Is it injustice? And those different wounds come with a set of thought patterns by themselves and actions. So you begin to act a certain way because of these wounds. You're going to find that out, and we're going to walk through it together. We're going to walk through it together. So every day you get your encouraging emails, you have your journal, so you can write in your journal, and your journal will consist of all the names of God, all the prayers you need, all the verses you need to eradicate those negative thought patterns, so that when you begin to think a certain way, it's right there in your journal as you go through this 21 days of healing. In our 21 days of healing, for me and anyone who is willing, I am going to suggest that we fast. So we do a Daniel's fast, or fast however you need to fast, whether it's social media until it's time to come on, one of the 3 days a week that I'll be available, or having a watch party. So I will be available. I will be available for your questions. You can email me. You can email me. 21 days is kind of hard to get a bunch of clients in. And so, but if you really need a session, you can get a session in. If you need a session with me or one of my team members, and so that we can walk you through your, emotional healing journey to get you started. And we are here from you. Listen, once I'm your coach, I'm your coach. Once I'm your coach, I'm your coach. And my clients will tell you that I will not abandon you. You can call me and we can talk it through. You do not have to go through this alone. I am here for you. And guess what, you guys? We are ending the 21 days of healing with a vision board, because I just so happen to believe once you begin to tear down those fear filters and begin to drown out, or let me say this, irrigate out those negative thought patterns and those negative, self-talk, that you'll be able to see your vision, see your life, see where it is you want to go. And guess what? You're doing a vision board. I don't care what COVID got to say. Greater is he that is in me than he is in this pandemic. So I still believe 2021 is going to be a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful year. 2020 was a great year. Yeah, I got COVID, and yeah, our family got very, very, very sick. And yeah, it kind of put a damper on some things. But you know what? When I begin to lean to my Father and my Creator and begin to trust him like never before, I'm telling you the downloads that he has placed inside of me. I guess I have to say, Lord, I thank you for shutting some stuff down, because I just needed to get closer to you, even closer to my family. And so I can't even say I'm really sad about it at all. Frustrated? Yeah, I've gotten a little frustrated. Discouraged? Yeah, I've gotten a little discouraged for some things, but actually, I'm kind of happy God allowed me to steal away to him. Consecration. This year has been a year of consecration and hearing him like I've never heard him before. And that there is priceless. And so as we go through our 21 days of healing, I'm doing a fast, Daniel fast, so you can fast the social media if you have to, whatever you feel like you need to fast for 21 days to make a sacrifice, Sacrifice. What are you willing to sacrifice so God can begin to heal that wounded soul of yours? It doesn't hurt to get a little discipline, to say, you know what? I'm not going to eat no meats. I'm not going to eat no treats. I ain't going to eat this. Or if you are already on like a keto thing, you're not doing something, maybe just, I'm going to give up breakfast and I'm just going to eat dinner. Or maybe I'm going to just take a few hours a day and shut all social media down and shut my phone down, and I'm just going to get in my word. You know what I started doing, you guys? I started putting my phone down a little bit and start picking up the word of God, the actual word of God, so I wouldn't have the distractions. It's because we are in a time where that word, and we'll talk about that later, but right now we need to hear him like never before. And a lot of our answers is in the word. It's in the word. So listen, I'm glad that you watched today. Thanks for watching. Also, if you would like to follow me, check out my YouTube channel, check out my Facebook, check out my Instagram, and follow me as I continue on my Healing the Family series. Thanks for watching. You have a wonderful day.